Hello everybody, I'm PandaBot 3000. I'm Elle's admin. Unfortunately, she couldn't come this week. She's got a bit of stuff going on up in the old noggin. Bit fogged in her head. Anyway, sent me to present instead. Fortunately, she sent some footage to show you, and I think they narrated it. So, this is the Element.
Oh well, what's your favourite milk? Is skimmed or lactose free? No matter what you pick, I will always disagree. There's something wrong with everything that you do. There is no correct answer to stop being you.
So Forza Horizon 5 seemed to drop early for some reason. No one can really figure out why they could play it before the release time, but we could, and we're so happy about it. It's incredible, probably the best game on the Series X so far. And at the minute, I'm just talking about graphically. I mean, cutscenes are going to look great in 2021. That's just par for the course. But watch this transition. Now we're in gameplay. Just seamless. And the graphics don't suffer for it. I render in 720 because of my computer, but I play in 4K 60 on the Xbox, and it's just... oh, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Mwah. It looks beautiful all the while through. And just going to show you some transition-y stuff now. So switching between the cameras and watching there, the rocks come through there. It was so clear. And I think we're coming up to a jump now. I just wanted to show you the jump. The slow-mo is just beautiful. This is a different car. This is just, again, the transition between cutscene and gameplay is just, oh, you'd literally not know. And it's still got everything that Forza's supposed to have. It's got fast cars, it's got great tracks, it's got my terrible driving skills, as seen here. And it's got the rewind function that every modern driving game seems to have, which just makes driving games so much easier for me. Because I'm not very good at them, but I love them. And now I just wanted to show you some of the weather effects. So like, this is driving into a dust storm. And it might not show up on this render, but the particle detail on the Series X is just incredible. You can see individual bits of sand flying past. I've not known a game have any sort of detail like this. You can see a little bit on that cutscene there. And this one was driving into and through the eye of a storm, where you're forced through it because there's roadworks that have shut the road off, so you have to go through rivers. Again, it's not rendering perfect because of the 720, but because on the Series X, because of the higher fidelity and the better frame rate, it looks so realistic. I mean, my driving skills don't, but ignore the car and focus on the weather. That's the only way I can describe it, is that it is just a game made for 2021. And in that regard, here's the character creation. So obviously you've got your hair and stuff, but look, prosthetics for people who may need prosthetics. I don't, so I didn't give myself any, obviously. But that's brilliant inclusion. Same with identity, you can choose your pronouns. It's 2021, games are finally getting it. It's wonderful. Now obviously Forza's a racing game, so, you know, there's the racing. And the racing's great. Actually, it's just as good as the racing was on Horizon 4. Better than it was on Motorsport 9? 7? Whichever the last one was. I can't remember. I'm new to Xbox. Anyway, the racing is great, and it doesn't feel like I'm constantly fighting a losing battle against a car, which maybe has on previous games. Is an actual race against cars. I'm not very good at driving games, just deal with it. Still won this race. So yeah, the AI is quite intelligent this time round, it's quite nice. But Forza to me has never been about the racing. Well, Forza Horizon anyway. To me, it's always been about the free roam and driving down these incredibly rendered roads and circuits, and it's no different in this. 5's based in Mexico, and so you get desert, you get valleys. Just look at it. It's stunning. And this is when driving. That was very nice of you, sir. I forgot that happened. It's just gorgeous visuals and fast cars. And you can't go far wrong with that. And I really feel that this has been accentuated in this edition with the addition of drone mode. because you can follow fast cars while they're going. You can check out the scenery while it's moving. It's a bit odd that them balloons aren't going anywhere. So that's beside the point. Anyway, just you can check out this gorgeous scenery, and you can hover over your own car. It takes a bit of faff to be able to realise how to stabilise, but when you've done that, just follow cars. So I decided to wait for a fast one, try and find a fast one, and then follow it. So I followed this white one here onto the motorway and just tailed it for a little bit. And again, render quality 720 does not do it justice. It looks picture perfect. And speaking of picture perfect, photo mode's back with much more detail. Probably should have done some zooming and stuff, but there you go, that's my character rendered in the car in alarming detail. The stuff they can do in 2021 is just amazing. There's been little further additions elsewhere, like for example for the car finding modes when you have to go and get them in the barns. They've added a tow truck and you've got to take it back yourself now. Don't think that was in 4. I certainly don't remember it, and I did plenty of the car finds. Just a lovely little additional touch to a game that adds a bit more realism, a bit more variety. But a lot of the same activities remain, so there's all the stunt trials, the dirt racing, all that stuff, and of course my favourite, the speed traps, where you get told to go and get a ticket, really. Didn't do that well with this one, it's one of the starter cars. Yeah, decent speed. I suppose 138 isn't that bad really, is it? But at the end of the day, it's a Forza, it's a driving game. The driving is superb, and the racing is superb. You know what you're getting when you see a Forza game. You know it's one of the best in market. And honestly, you can stuff your Gran Turismo now. I am fully in love with Forza, and it's the exact game that the Series X has needed for many, many, many reasons. Pretty much since it launched now, the Series X has needed a game that felt like next gen, that looked like next gen, that sounded like next gen. The soundtrack's superb, by the way. The sound effects and the actual soundtrack, all amazing. And it needed a game that it could rest its hat on and go, this is why you should buy this console. Halo Infinite was supposed to be that, and it wasn't ready in time. Hey, it's coming soon. That might be even better. But for now, Xbox have finally got the game that will make you sit up and go, I need a series console. And I'm so happy that I've been able to play it.
Just got some admin notes here from Elle. First off, there will be no Element next week because it is her birthday week, and the recording day it would be her birthday, so that won't be happening. Secondly, she'll be back tomorrow with a stream of Factorio. However, a lot of that depends on whether she can shut the demons up that are currently running around her head. We shall see. If she's not, I don't know, leave a nice comment, or leave a shitty one, whichever way you want it to go. Thank you guys. What does she normally say here? Look at the stuff in the description? I think that's what she says. Yeah, take care everybody. Bye bye.